is it a morning's testimony or some moment to say extra, or the incoming time, even if you want? This is already December 1st, right? Yes, we are at Monday, November 1st of 2014. And here is already 8:29 Buenos Aires local hour. The reality of this day is tragically disgusting. We have 106,204 more murdered in Buenos Aires and suburban Argentina, under the command of Cristina Kirchner, that sent each expertises Bachenitis, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, Fuerzas Armadas, hell, animal female, to kidnap, murder, and deliver them placement of them sacrificial Gomorrah, and profaning my person to the being aware and acknowledge about the reality, how to manipulate and how to handle where to go. The same hell, male animal, degenerados, expertos of Cristina Kirchner, each company of less humanity, robbery, criminals, abominations, degenerations, massive rape and murder, and the plain government of the world and queen of the abomination. Reina Khubusu Batara Kalau Manturasa, which ain't no queen, no queen. Ain't nothing but a piece of excrement of the damn hell code. And that's the way she dies, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, with its officialism. Part of that murdered all were for the reason of they said who she is and what she does, with each officialism and shown it. Part of that murdered number is for the reason of she commanded they to be raped and murdered, and they defensed themselves, understanding this happened. And 19% were Jewish, which I already have them bodies and victims ones. Shut up, with no mistake, have them all. And part of those were because of they said I never signed documents, neither Mr. Presidents Barack Obama, Rivlin, Perez, Yeltsin, neither Mr. Vice Presidents Biden, Yanni, Ivans, Leinker, neither Microsoft US, Google US, neither IDR Israel, neither Sahab, neither General Dynamics, Sahab Israel, General Dynamics US, about my designings, about my ideas to become a laptop, portable computer in laptops, advanced technology, forwarding standardly a little bit beyond what already is known. But even with the standard already in market, to making a very visual screen as capacity in accessibility for a very simplicity, that were registered in Israel, in Geneva, in US, and much other places, with my name and the name of the ones that works for the giving to the whole as communities and nations fruits of goodness, well, and accessible for the people to enjoy, and further this, the possibility to increase jobs and the industry to deliver not only the product but people that can have food at the table. each day. And I love that. En perra sucia, Cristina Kirchner, emperrada, degenerada, pedófilo, oficialismo, telling to murder because of its stems, and they are gonna say what the less they do is producing, and saying the real patriot, after we to kill everybody and having everything we know and this, we are gonna show everything with us and ours, and we are gonna do. And there's to say manipulatively that they are gonna produce in this shit of a country, with the pardon of victims for it and innocent. Goddamn disgusting land, which is gonna be at the reality of Atzahani, with the blood of this hell shit. And they're to say that I signated them, and I were the whole of the night desperately, again, with porn assembled and murdered upon it, and called me the preferred B-word of Metropolitana and Policía Federal Argentina, that I were desperately being sticked, is the term. Like never before, and desperately each macho making me the supper female nymph, and telling that I were desperately asking for more, and went with supposed signated by me documents to picking up, kidnapping people of AMIA, people of Daya, people of AMHA, people of EDR, people of Artex, and SAMSIF, and pretended Mr. Consul and ambassadors, Israel and US, for the rape and murder, telling that I cave in myself, like always we're doing with my friends and families. And while brujas enfermas degeneradas profaning to be aware, expertas víboras degeneradas of Cristina Kirchner, they will have rights to go to F-word, sex, to every one of mine and ours, for they said I cave myself. And perras sucias evangélicas telling, oh, we come 50-50, this is mine, said Brain, and this is yours, said Carnival. To the Sodoma Federal. And Carnival, oh, don't you worry, I serve the Lord. And suddenly in the middle of this all, it happened like there were 3 of my friends massively raped. The supposed I desperately wanted is the fantasy of the degenerado Sodoma Argentina, that while they were screaming out, telling, stop it, leave me, they were delivering, were saying this for the raping him, desperately, like hell shit animal. That is the character of Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas and expertos of Cristina Kirchner officialism. The no stop it, for they in them minds, but trained to making this, anybody can rape, is they wanted more, and I'm gonna give it more, and rapes like hell animal and mutilates and hits the hell out, telling, sorry, do not scream, and you gotta like it. This is Argentina Kirchner's. And in the middle of this all, perrazos degenerados, forenses with the pardon of 5, and perrazos degenerados, RDE and communities, Kirchner's medical communities, and the whole officialism, especially the ones that pretend of ministers and judges and senate, telling, are our expertises, they knows everything. They can do everything. Yes, range, criminal, full range. Everything as abominable and shit you, like you, with them and like them with you, are. perros degenerados infelices, which also there's to saying, oh, I'm gonna put you paws in the street with everything and take you off the whole of the coins. Marica Fernández, pedófilo degenerado como perro, asesino genocida, ladronzuelo degenerado, perrita criminal, todo rango, infeliz, violento, maleva, perra sucia, marica, matona, asesina, mafioso enfermo, como todo el oficialismo, asesinos degenerados, psicópatas, perras bajas. And in the middle of this reality, Saint Aidan orders to Saint dispossess the rest, because of this gotta be for the ones that works for the patriot. The whole of Amias, them enterprises, them properties, them patents, intellectual designing products, and also houses and families. Saying for the patriot to rape and murder Sodom and Gomorrah, oficialismo expertos, Fuerzas Armadas. And Christina Kirchner, I have rights, and it's what we say, and he does this all, and after that denies it all because of his psychopath patterns of Alshker. And I will have about that damn hell whore the whole of the, should I say, vademecum of Alchevitz Maklechumat, for the having insight about the supposed of the whole of the atlas of quacks psychiatrists of hell that I will suffer in the whole of a disease, wherever to be found. Upon psychodiagnosis of cuerpo médico forense, with a prime 5 minutes talking of a guard, alvear always were the same, sick shit, pretender of hospital and mental health. 5 minutes with a damn psychiatrist, hell quack mercader, with me, and oh, but the mother said, oh, but the family shown, and shown nothing. And said deflectively, not understanding not even who I am and what the reality is and what they do and who they are, which I shown from the first to the last, from the prime to the bottom until the top, the shit they do and they are. And 4 minutes, cuerpo médico forense, proved by Interpol, FBI, DRE, Security Council, United Nations. 7 minutes, cuerpo médico forense, as well I proved myself. 10 minutes, I proved myself, and Security Council, United Nations as well, and Interpol. And after 15 minutes, Pinheiro, 20 minutes, Pinheiro, and with no attention to my person, hearing whatever the delirious shit had in the mind to making business and career about my person, the turn, basura degenerada, and 15 minutes, DMDT. Guards, medical guards, ER, alvear. Our expertises, Policía Federal Argentina already shown us all. Everything! Have you seen how he came? How will we? Because of that were the expression to the who. How wouldn't we? And that were the expression to the International Criminal Court. How will we? And will be how wouldn't we? And I am incapable for them, because of they need that, not for I to be. Then, at the reality of this all, for words in whole same, needs medication, but forward into presenting in front of the T20, the prostitute that generate drug shit test, telling, oh, but he is doing permanently what our men shown, and they are expertises of the armed forces and national security, and we are government of the world. Don't you dare to say that of us. Delirious fever of whore of hell, and vaginitis ornamentary, diabla degenerada. and its evangelics with her. The cover shape of Sodom and Gomorrah. We have El Adon, and we are going to show you that we are right. Which they're to saying after I just shown Malach. And morphologically, Malak in Hebrew is angel. And Malach is from royal, sent by the king, Bakat himself. Which delivers the idea of holy presence, of the good giving of El Adon. That is the morphology in Hebrew. And degenerados abominables spring and carnivals, telling that the Lord told them Malach means a bad news becoming in a bad presence to deliver the death and the destruction. The reason they ran. That I said. I'm going to tell you one thing. Phony has 3 orders about my person. Sent by Cristina Kirchner, 88 Civil, the invention is still on. With Cuerpo Médico Forense, degenerados infelices, en Borda, en Alvear, en Piñeiro, making that the generation compound to extra Policía Sodoma Federal Argentina, expertos de la maldita prostituta enferma, degenerados, violadores, asesinos, falsificadores, criminales de todo rango, de toda edad, de todo género, toda abominación, with Metropolitana telling, I were internated, I were robbing, I were consuming, and I were delirium, and I were prostituting myself the same my mother, and I were denying everything I've done, and I were giving testimonies and signating things I never said and I never signated, saying we are expertises and we are not going to say any other. And they says, oh, they are federal police of Argentina, are the expertises of the president. We only hear the president. Consciously and conveniently about what they do and what they says. And the prime whore of all, Cristina Kirchner, making them the generations like she always does. And forgive me the words, but it is exactly the definition for El Adon, to giving and stamping the disgusting, abominable freak creature this, and really hell one. And its communities all, like her. So the reality of this is never stop, and she turns to saying for the patriot, I am nationalist, and for my country, and the country of her is a bunch of vermins and creatures, abominable freaks like her, pretending of the whole of Argentina, just 2,804,208. The rest suffers the shit she is and it's all over. The whole Argentina, like 608,204,908 in the whole of the world, telling the whole of the world, the 104,204,604,808 rest gotta be suppressed and dying because of they says they are the world. And there's to saying, of course, 6 shit. 6, 6, 6. Hell. Beast breed. Galfo huatzama blefechal halimikina haleshechalhim. Remo blefecha halishechili kimefach atza halishechala. Belveo tzua hama halishechili. I'm gonna work for more, and I'm gonna try my best. Forgive me, please. The words which not offense, and not the quality of at echbatsuna, is exactly not like I wish I'd have to reproduce. Neither the ones before. Is the dealing every day, and is the loving them for more, and is the vehemence that I will put them all in ashes at once, with no doubt. Adon is gonna do the job. HTTPS www. Sorry. www.rmdxttfcbrmc dnddrmt 383148455358 middle cis middle pinker. This is B A N KRT. The E is because of another connotation. Forgive me, it's E for you to understand. 381.90 F6. The 9 will be better at this, but even the 3 will work, and F9 DDR for the systems Unix, and 28 for the BRM systems Vanka, and also the F7 for ADVALAT and the 11 in Dangxi, and even the F5 for the whole. Last BLYTT, ISIS in New York, and last key in Cleaner my side. 909 Buenos Aires. Abomination. Wherever I will put in the hell that I found, I'm gonna make birth. Abomination for self-death ever after, Saga. In the name of El Adon. Adonai is gonna do it.